as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live with Turner, so yes.
A pleasant good night. Welcome to
the 180th edition of the best thing happening on a Thursday night here in Boom Studio B. Andrew, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be in front of our beautiful friends and family. They are our friends or family now,
exactly,
because they are our viewers. Thank you so much. Best thing happening on a Thursday night from steamy Boom, and it's going to be even steamier in the studio, right?
Right.
So guys, welcome. It's another show, another edition of As the Wheels Turn. We're excited as always to be here.
Yeah, I have a whole lot of birthday greetings, but I must, before the day come, I want to say a happy Mother's Day to all mothers all over the world, especially to my mom, my wife, and all my daughter-in-laws, sisters, your family. So a happy Mother's Day, the first thing we have to address.
Absolutely. And we have really and truly two fantastic, tremendous mothers of this show. Namely, first and foremost, Mrs. Debs, the queen and the first mother. You know, they have like first lady. She's the first mother of the show, because without her, obviously, you wouldn't have the freedom to do what you do, right? So we want to bless her on this beautiful Mother's Day. We also want to bless Miss Rita Thompson,
yes,
who is like another mother as well to the show. So big up yourself, Miss Rita Thompson, wherever you are tonight, whether it's in beautiful Cayo or in the city. And we'll also want to bless, the people in my family as well. Unfortunately, I lost my mom over 25 years ago. So that's fine. Obviously life is a part of, death is a part of life. So she's in heaven and she is blessing me, Andrew, every day. I know she's hearing this. So Mom, happy Mother's Day to you in heaven. And also blessed to Ralna Bonner Wade, a special lady as well as Tracy Lindo and June Sutherland, big supporters of the show. All my sisters, Therese Wade, Tillett, Sharon Wade, Desiree, Bernadine, all the beautiful mothers, Janet, all the beautiful mothers in my family as well, because it's something that we take very, very special. We honor the female figures of our lives. Without them, Andrew, we're not here, right? Life starts there.
Exactly. Well, I always preach at the shop and everywhere. I would love to see all. I might get lashed up for this, but I would like to see the world run by women, right? Because whenever anything comes to you, the first person about Panda, mommy, right? And you show how, and you see the different mothers go for kids. I mean, every child, and a mother is so important to them. We are lucky to have, I'm lucky to still have my mother alive. She's turning 85 this year.
Well, look, we got to ring the bell for her.
Yes.
Special Mother's Day. And what's your mom's name again?
My mom is Stella Erdones.
Is she in Belize or in the...
Yeah, she's at my house right now. She's spending
visiting.
She's spending the week here in the city.
So it's a big weekend for you.
It's a big weekend for me.
Mrs. Erdones, happy Mother's Day from As the Wheels Turn.
Yes.
But Andrew, one of the things that, and I'm just going to digress just a little bit. One of the things that I personally hold very, very sacred in my life is females, right? And women in general, because women are the creators. And on this special weekend, which is Mother's Day, we must remember that the women, they were brought on this world and created to be creators, right? And not only creators, but also protectors, right? So the women are a very, very strong and integral part of any family. And they always say, right, the family is as strong as the mother figure is.
Right.
And, I'm a testament of that. With my mom, she was just a beautiful person, and I honor her every year with a beautiful race, the Bernice Wade Memorial Foundation. So, and I know that we all cherish our moms. And for me, the female figure in my life is always important. I've got a beautiful daughter as well, and we always treat them with love, kindness, and respect. So, Andrew, on this special weekend, we'd like to extend to our viewers to share a little bit more kindness and love to the female figures in their lives, right?
Exactly. I agree 100%, D.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, D, also we had a special visit. I had a special visit yesterday at the shop. And it brought me, well, I don't bring my whiskey because I keep it at home, no?
Yeah.
Mr. Raymond Singh brought me a
Yes.
special bottle of whiskey.
You know what? And Andrew, we have a lot of supporters, right? And it's very, and I didn't bring this off to say it, show off. But what I brought this out because I actually made a point to bring this out tonight, right? And Mr. Singh, who I actually met, I think we know each other from way back, but we actually met for the first time, right? And he told me he was so excited to actually bring something for us. And it's not about the gifts, it's about the thought behind that, right? And I thought that I would actually showcase what Mr. Singh actually picked up for myself. I'm a cognac drinker. Andrew likes whiskey. But this is a special bottle, and I'm going to enjoy this next weekend, which is my birthday. But I want to say thank you to Mr. Singh for extending that great gesture to us. Thank you if you're watching, Ray. We appreciate you a lot, and we appreciate all of our fans and supporters.
Yeah. Before moving to the birthday greetings, we want to wish Adrian Williams from Whatever Boys a speedy recovery. As you all know, Adrian was the person that was involved with that accident where the truck lost the brakes and crushed. And the look of that scene of that truck, I said, man, he sometimes people don't walk away from that, but he walked away. So he's recovering. I think he explained on Facebook what all happened to him. But Adrian, we want to wish you a speedy recovery.
Boy, Andrew, and we talk about this, both yourself and I, how important it is to share love and kindness, right? Mr. Williams, unfortunately, he raced with us almost every weekend, right? And we race on the 27th of April, and that was a Sunday, and we were having fun, whatever. And then the 28th, he almost lost his life.
Right. Yep.
And he shared a very, it was very touching, a recollection of what happened, and it was tough. I read the entire thing. I don't know who all read it, but it was a long post, and I read the entire thing, and I reached out to him as well, and I let him know that we're with him 100%. So Adrian, if you're watching, you're a very strong individual. I know you're tough because I race with you, I'm in the breaks with you, and you never complain, you always push through, and you're a strong individual. You'll make it through this. This is just another hurdle, right? Andrew, I always like to say that that God gives his strongest soldiers the hardest fight, right?
Yep.
So, man, I mean, I am kind of lost for words to see how precious life is, Andrew.
It's crazy.
It's like we're here today,
gone tomorrow.
Gone tomorrow. So every time I'm on this show, guys, you'll see my excitement. I love sharing the platform with you. It's a pleasure for me to be here, and I take this very, very seriously. Like today, I was socializing with my family, and I'm looking at the clock, and I have to be here because I know how important this is to you. And like I said, this is our time that we have. Tomorrow may be a different story,
exactly.
Right? So we will. But Adrian, we wish you all the best, speedy recovery. In conjunction with that, again, the whole cycling community is with you, my brother. As the wheels turn, Andrew and myself, we are behind you 100%. Let us know if there's anything we can do for you. If we need to, do some fundraising or just do just a charity ride or a race in your honor. Let us know if that will help cheer you up. But, it's a tough time. We understand it's a long road to recovery. We're here for you, brother. And also, my good friend, we speak almost every day, at least a couple of times a week, Mr. Stephen Bissett.
Yes, okay.
So Biss called me up, and I value our relationship as well. He shares a lot with me, a lot of personal things as far as his health is concerned, and he had a little setback. So Steve, if you're listening, my brother, I'm here. We're here for you. We're gonna cheer you on. And obviously it could have been a little bit serious, but he has a great support system with his wife Donna and his daughter. They've got a beautiful family that's there for Steve, so he's gonna make a complete recovery. But he's just a little bit on the mend right now. Nothing too serious, nothing life-threatening, but obviously something that he's monitoring. But Steve, we wish you all the best, sir. Speedy recovery as well.
Yeah. Well, we got a call yesterday, and we got the report that the 2012 cross-country champion, Giovanni Chota, was hit by a car and broke his leg for the second time.
No way.
And he, while training with a group and along with his young daughter, Liani.
Wow.
So they are going through a rough time.
Oh man.
This is
anyone else got hurt, bro?
Just Giovanni.
Broken leg.
Yeah, broken leg.
And again, so. Andrew, not to cut you off, but he just rode the.
Exactly. He just rode the guns.
That is to show, guys, and I want to urge you guys, like over and over. I say this on almost every show. Show a little love, show a little kindness. You know what we do as cyclists is temporarily. That does not define the majority of our lives, and we don't want to see anybody struggling, right? And just imagine if you had, some hard conversation with him in the race. You know what I'm saying? And that, and then you hear about this on a. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah. So, we wish him the best, man. Let us know again if the show can do anything to help you guys out. That's what we're here for. We know that's tough. Speedy recovery, job.
Yeah, I know that's very devastating because it's like twice. I mean, I had an accident, a bad accident back in 2012, but to have it a second time, I mean, and the same foot. I mean, it's like you're questioning, like what happened? But Giovanni, from me and Dee, we wonder, you will get tests in life, right? I know you are down right now, but I want you to, pray to the Lord. You will make a full recovery, and keep your spirit up. At this moment, it's still fresh, and I can't say, well, I know what kind of pain you are going through. I suffered 10 months. I was in bed. And I could say this, and my wife had to keep checking on me because I was suicidal. You understand? I was suicidal.
Wow.
And she said, don't leave him because, I felt from being a very healthy, outgoing person and just to be out, can't do anything. I mean, everything. My wife had to do me when I say everything. You understand? And that tell you how important. Because I said, I have no reason for living again. I mean, might as well I just, I actually gone through that. I actually gone through that I thought that, better I just die because I'm useless. But I have made a full recovery and returned back to the same thing I love. So that's the reason why I tell anybody who go through anything, talk to somebody who have been through it before, because I have been through it. I have been to a death door and back. Wow. And I give thanks. Like I said, with friends and family, like you just spoke that we have to show love. And life is not guaranteed. We are all living anything can happen. So we just want to. It's just that's my thought, right?
Yeah. You know what, Andrew? Thanks for being so candid and honest about that, because I never knew you went through that.
Yeah, I went through that.
Yeah, that's serious, guys. I mean, and I have even more appreciation if it's even possible, because you were here for a purpose. I mean, look what you're doing right now.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
And
exactly.
It's a testament to the great family that you have.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it without your family.
No, yeah.
But Job, we've all been through adversities. Fortunately, I've never been to that extent, but I've broken a collarbone and I had surgery and stuff like that, and that's still difficult. But that's only 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah.
Not like you said.
Yeah.
10 months.
10 months in bed, couldn't do nothing.
Wow.
But I must say a big thank you to the cycling community, the cyclists, all the cycling teams in it. They come and look for me every day, make sure I'm okay. So I have to give my cycling for me, and that's the reason why people might say, Andrew, why you continue to go there behind race? Because it's a kind of way of repaying them. You understand? I guess that's the reason, because they did so much for me.
Sure.
I mean, all the cyclists there, they come by, they bring things for I eat, they come and cheer me up, they back me from my house upstairs, downstairs. I get frustrated, they carry me upstairs back, bring me downstairs, and they were there. So I have to say a big thank you. So like I mentioned, tough times, but you know, you will get over it. Yeah.
And again, I always say this, you know, I always, you know, I'm an optimist. I look at the glass half full, and it's always about, okay, like I said, you know, God gives the strongest soldiers the hardest fight, right? And when you get through that, you'll find your purpose and what you're supposed to do. And Jov is strong. You know, anyone who rides and win a cross country has to be mentally strong.
Right.
So I have all confidence that he will bounce back, and he'll be back. You know, thankfully it wasn't any, you know, head trauma or any other significant injuries. A broken limb can be repaired.
Right.
So he'll be back on his bike, but it takes time. And Mr. Ruben Martinez said he's in good spirits. We'll check on him tomorrow.
That's good. That's excellent.
Yeah,
That's
we'll check on him tomorrow. Jov, yo, shoot us a little message, bro, and let us know how you're doing. We're very concerned, like all cyclists, you know, that gets hurt.
He can actually call in later on the segment.
Yes.
He can
Jov, you know, if you're listening, we'll give you the phone number on the screen. Call in. Would love to hear from you and tell us how you're doing. And again, look, you know, we're behind you 100%. Let us know if there's anything we can help you with. We're here to do that, right? So unfortunately, that's very sad. And guys, in, you know, kind of piggybacking on that, Andrew, would like to urge and plead to the public. Guys, look, we're on a bicycle. We're defenseless.
True.
You're in a car. You have borders around you. Imagine a small little hit. If we're riding 20 miles an hour and you bump us, that could be catastrophic.
Yep. True.
This morning I had an incident, right? And you know, I know who it is, and it's a prominent person in Belize. And I was riding on the side of the road, and he wanted to overtake, and obviously he was in a rush. Traffic was moving in the left, very slow. He wanted to overtake in the right. Now I was in the right lane, and I saw him, because I'm very observant, and I pay attention to what's going on, right? So I pulled to the right, and the guy was yelling, and he was like yelling and being very animated, right? And I'm like, yo, what's going on? You know, I'm just a cyclist trying to, you know, get a. I mean, I understand you're in a rush, but if you literally couple of seconds, because when you're riding, and we notice 2 or 3 seconds makes a significant difference. If you just hit your brakes for 1 or 2 seconds, right, and just navigate, and the rider goes to the right, you can pass through, right? So I urge you guys, like, honestly, you're not cyclists, you don't get it, but please understand that we are so vulnerable as cyclists out there. Just 1 or 2 seconds is not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
And guess what, Andrew? I passed the guy at the intersection at the roundabout because traffic was held up. So he was so much in a rush to pass me.
And you still pass him.
And I still. So at the end of the day, man, sip your coffee, sip your water, and relax. Understand that life is more important than anything you're chasing.
That exactly.
That is my message. Life is more important than any. You know what? It can be maybe your relative, your son that's riding a bike, that's in that same situation, and you'd want other motorists to be mindful of that, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I like to say, man.
I like what I think of visit where Steve Jobs said on his dying bed, right? So, you know, I would like that, and then like some people believe that, you know, chasing that money is everything. That's their life. But, you know, when you realize that you have all the money in the world and you are a very sad, a lonely person, sick, and you see a guy that ride by a bike on the roundabout, you say, man, I wish I could be, I'd give up all the money. So I always explain to them, you know, take care. Folks, and the last, we must move on before I move on to Judge Abraham Senior. Vic came by, actually Judge came by today, all right? And he said his cholesterol was high, so he going to see the doctor. But they go on the next visit, and something else, I think he had a urinary tract infection, something like that. So we're working on that. So we'll update you on George. And they are having a raffle. So tickets are available at the shop, $10 a piece. Support. I'll post it up on my page and then give you more details. You can contact Miss Vicky. So So Judge Abraham. You can put it up here. Yeah. So I have the tickets. So the tickets are $10 a piece, and you can contact me. And I think I have 20 tickets there to sell. I think we'll give it 200 tonight as part of the show too. Yeah. So
and how much? What's the price of the
$10 a piece?
Oh, 10 a piece. Okay, cool.
So
excellent.
we got some nice price to give us, so we'll give it that too. So folks, Big up yourself, Mr. Kevin Logan. Food.
Of course, and we'd like to thank Mr. Kevin Logan for keeping us dapper.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Donis and I. You know, wow.
Respect, brother.
Thanks, Kev, for the beautiful and for picking out our wardrobe tonight.
Yep. What are you?
Kev was like very instrumental, telling us what to wear, right?
All right.
You know, I'm good with that, Kev.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
All right. So let me move on to the birthday greetings now. So I have a whole list, you know. I just see one just put up on the thing there. All right. So I can start. So I have a past president, Mr. Denfield McNabb. You know, he was a past president of cross country rider. Used to ride for my dad's team. He celebrated his birthday. We have Raja Bryant.
Yes.
Happy birthday. We have Mr. Kanul. I forgot what his first name is. Dar. We have Miss Vicky Abraham. Birthday. Greetings to her. Calbert Flowers. Happy birthday. Greetings to Mr. Calbert Flowers. Ryan Gabat. Ryan Gabat of the Gabat's gas station.
And also a cycling coach as well.
Yeah. I have my uncle wife, like an auntie, Miss Veronica Dina. We have Giovanni Abraham, that's the son of George and Miss Vicky. We have young Alicia Quilter. Dad tell me that when he hear a call name, June 1 of the race, she cried because she's a big fan of mine. She actually waited whole Saturday for meet me for take pictures. I actually share my picture with her or whatever, but he said his daughter cry when he hear that, you know, I said Alicia Quilter.
Wow.
Right? So you know, so you have some great fans there. So happy birthday, Alicia Quilter.
Donis, you're a star whether you want to admit it or not.
Yeah. We have
the great V12.
Yes, I have it on the next side. I got it on the side, yeah.
Oh, you got a lot of birthdays?
Yeah. We have a young man. I hope I pronounce the name correct. My wife tell me, Miss Anis tell me, and I still when you hear pronounce it.
Which one? Okay. Oh, JION.
JION.
David. David? Okay,
yeah.
JION David.
That's the grandson.
6 years.
Yeah, the grandson of Miss Anis there in Riga. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Alma.
Miss
Right.
Yeah.
Alma Gordon.
Then I have Miss Carla Ortega Castillo. That's my driver, my cousin Rick wife.
Okay.
Yeah, We have Clive Sutherland celebrating birthday. We have Candice Williamson. That's the daughter of Judith Williamson. We have Sharon Roca, aka V12. We have Miss Beverly Price. Celebrate birthday. Happy heavenly birthday actually today, Mr. Hubert Hilak Sr. He actually the Georgian father-in-law. He celebrated his heavenly birthday. And you have any case? I have one last one, a special one.
I do have a special one as well. So on May 4th, 1996, I was blessed with my first child. And he is a boy, and I named him Dwayne Dion Wade Jr. We call him DJ, affectionately known as DJ, and he turned 29 years old.
Okay.
He turned 29 years old on May 4th, and he's a special kid. You know, he's got a lot of qualities, you know, of me, like a younger me. So sometimes we clash a little bit, but I love him to death. That's my first child, 29 years old, Dwayne Wade Jr. I'm proud of him. And I take birthdays very seriously, like I've mentioned before, because like I was in the delivery room and I was the first person to hold my son and my daughter, and she's coming up later on this month as well. We're all May, by the way.
Why? You may have a lot of name.
Yeah.
My wife told me too.
You want to hear something funny? So my first child, DJ, is May 4th. My second child, Deandra, she's May 28th. I am May 17th. My dad is May 30th. My sister is May 16th. So there's a lot of birthdays, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just wanna say I'm very happy and proud and honored to be the father of a great individual. He's a very productive citizen of the world. he played college football for quite some time, and now he's a coach and also a director of a youth sporting program as well. So,
awesome.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of him. We've had her, like any parent, and we've had her challenging times, but I'm very proud of who he is at 29 years old. He's living out there in Minnesota with his beautiful girlfriend, and they're navigating life. So
That's great.
DJ, we wish you all the best. Continue to make us proud.
Happy birthday, DJ. And well, I have a special in-house. We have Ethan Erdones.
We should have brought him on for a cameo.
Yeah, Ethan turns 5 years old. Ethan Erdones, ring the bell. He's one of the ruction and destruction we always talk about, right?
Yes, but you know what? They're so Ethan and Ian. They're sweet kids, man.
Yeah.
Every time I come to the studio,
Uncle D.
Uncle D is here, and they're greeting me at the door. That's amazing. I take those little things very personal. So I love these kids, man. And it's his birthday. How old?
He will be 5 years old.
Excellent, excellent. Happy birthday.
Very chatty. He's right outside, so he's probably watching and screaming.
Yes.
He's on TV. Yeah, so, I believe that's it for Amani. And then I have a anniversary greetings to Deanne Erdones and Shirley Erdones there in Chicago.
Yes.
Yes, ring the bell.
Ring the bell.
I believe that's all. I'm just making sure I go through everything. I don't want to miss nobody because, I believe that's it, D.
Yeah, I didn't see any on my notifications. I didn't see any other birthdays, so I think we're good. I think we are good. Let me just double check real quick. Any cyclist related? May 6th was Mr. Tyrone Budd, and he's a big supporter of the show as well.
Okay, good.
V12 used to work under his management. Tyrone Budd, happy birthday to you. Let's see who else. Oh, Brandon Gillett. He's a big supporter from the LA crew.
All right.
Brandon John Gillett, 2 days ago, May 6th was his birthday. So happy birthday to you. And tomorrow is Kenroy Roca's birthday.
Oh, yes, they did mention that.
Kenroy Roca's birthday is tomorrow, which is...
V12 brothers, so what, they're just a day apart?
Yes. So they're a day apart,
Okay.
correct? Let's see who else.
Why had a birthday so true?
Tamron Morris. You mentioned that?
No, I didn't mention Tamron.
Tamron is Saturday, May 10th.
Oh, Saturday. Okay, that's why I'm thinking Miss Anis.
And then Renan Cad.
Okay, our next boy.
Renan Cad birthday. So Tamron Morris is the 10th, and Renan Cad is also the 10th.
Okay.
Let's see who else. Mr. Elvis Perez.
Okay.
He's Sunday. That way we stop off, right? Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday
okay,
we stop
Sunday
off.
we stop. Okay, so Elvis Perez is Sunday. Zamir Guerra is Sunday as well, May 11th. Ashril Belial
Why, man?
is Sunday, May 11th. And that's where we stop.
Yeah, a lot of birthday.
So happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday. Look,
Yeah.
I always say May are the best month in the year.
Why my wife will agree to that?
All right. When are Miss Debs?
Miss Debs is the 21st of May.
Ah.
Yeah, but we have a lot of, we have world cyclists that are in May.
So I have a big birthday show for that, right?
Why, looks so, yeah.
Have to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith Anderson, good night, sir.
Yeah.
Good night. Look at Keith, number one fan,
Yes, he's one of
Keith,
the number one.
we need to invite you. Tell us when you are free. We need to have our top fans to come into the show, right?
True.
What do you think?
Yes, man. Yes, we have to show. I have I just put up a post where I tell people, all the fans that take picture with me, I want to give them a shout out and put them on Facebook and shout me out. So if they have a picture with me, shoot me the picture, or when they see me, take a picture with me, and I want always bring up the
Right,
price.
but we might look at Keith religiously,
Yep.
Religiously.
He said the best thing about on Thursday night, nobody messes with him on Thursday night. He lock the door. Tell him don't interfere with me.
So Keith, the next time, let's say a big results by maybe Devin or Darian, right? We could invite him in.
Okay.
Yeah, has he been on the show yet? Keith?
No.
All right. Look, I like loyalty, man.
Yeah.
He's loyal. So, yep. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we had a series of races. We have I have 4 races to report upon. Let me start off with the The first race, which was May 1st, Guns May 1st race.
So that's right.
Which one? Yes, that one right there. So yeah.
Hey, but this is not correct, though, because Carlton had done that first. Look how he fixes it.
Okay,
That's true.
They can save this. Should refresh now, yeah. There we go.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Ready?
All right. Okay. So, because I'll put up. So on May 1st, Mr. Guns had a May 1st race, Labor Day race, started at Old Belize and finished at Old Belize. In first place was Carlton Robinson, second Darren Anderson, third Gregory Lovell, fourth Baron Pope, fifth Atlee Lozano, sixth Brandon Catu, seventh Philip Leslie, eighth Ahmad Charrington, ninth Keith Enright Jr., and 10th place D. Wade. So let me give the categories. So first place in the elite category was Carlton Robinson. He rides for Anthony Mala, the J Alliance. Second was Darren Anderson. He rides for Ball of Joy. Third was Greg Lovell. He rides for Lovell Cycling. In the eighth category, which Greg Lovell double dip, he got first for A, rides for Lovell Cycling. Second, Brandon Catus rides for Running Rebels. Third, Philip Leslie rides for SPD/Culture. In the B category, Mr. Alvin Card, he rides for Appliance. What again?
Furnish Appliance Limited, FAL.
FAL, right, yeah. Second was Red Bull, he rides for Elephant Sons. And third was...
But wasn't Red Bull promoted to A?
Yeah, well, I had a personal discussion with Mr. Guns.
What happened?
And I asked him, I said, but you may put a post up at the set that you show who get promoted and who got demoted, and I think Alex Pratt was A and D Wade was moving up to A. So I said, how comes now Pratt B and D Wade remains at A? He said how he run. He said he's not CFB, he's not Weekend Warriors. He goes on performance, and he said D Wade win all the races. He said D Wade lash everybody. So he think that was honor for you to be in A, right? So that his explanation, and he said that how he run the race, right?
Yeah, and I appreciate what he's saying, but here's the issue, right? There's also an announcement that that the Gun Cycling Club, the GCC Gun Cycling Club, GCC, right? That announced that said, this is what they said. Now, I was always an A rider because I pride myself on performing at a high level. I'm not going to get involved in anything that I am not performing at a high level. Before that, I just go training and enjoy casual cycling. If I'm racing, I'll be racing to win, right? So anyways, so he made an announcement because other 50-year-old riders, they didn't feel like they were competitive enough to win a prize in the A category. So they made a rule in the Gun Cycling Club that anyone 50 years old or older would be a B rider.
Okay.
I didn't object to that. So we all moved to the B category, 50-year-old guys, Warren Cowie, Fitzgerald Joseph, Kenny Gladden, myself, and we had Roque Matos. Now, let me preface this. I'm not complaining by any means. I will race when I want to race, whatever category they put me in. That doesn't matter. What I am about is fairness.
Okay.
That's what I'm about, right? So they made this rule. And they also made a rule, and this is written, and we have record of this, that the Gun Cycling Club said. No rider that's 40 years old, 50 years old, or 60 years old can ever be promoted at any point in time. Now, this was stated by the founder and organizer of the Gun Cycling Club, Mr. Israel Gonzalez, stated this in his rules, which are very loose. He doesn't have a bylaw, he doesn't have a constitution, but he stated this publicly. No rider 40 years old, 50 years old, or 60 years old can ever be promoted at any point in time. You are in that category, and that's where you stay. If you're a 50-year-old, you ride in the B category. If you're 60-year-old, you're 60 plus or B category. And if you're 40, you're in the A category. No, you cannot be promoted outside, like you cannot be kicked out of the club at 40. Let's say Bob or Heno or Smokes or Brandon or Gregory Lovell win every race. At no point in time can they be kicked out of the club and say you are elite now. That does not exist. Based on Mr. Israel Gonzalez, the founder of the Gun Cycling Club. That's what he said. So we can only go off what he said.
Okay.
Right? And that's what he said. So recently he said, well, D-Wade, you have been winning the Thursday races on a consecutive basis. Right? We're going to promote you and we're going to promote Mr. Alex Pratt. These are the only two people being promoted to the A category. Okay, what's the basis for promotion? Was what I asked. I mean, he couldn't really answer the question. He just said his performance. Performance where? Just in the Thursday races or overall B? Because if it's the overall B category, we have Roque Matos and Ken Gladden who has won more classics than I have. Now in the Thursday races, I dominate those races in the B category because those other riders don't necessarily show up, right? And I ride aggressively. Fine. So he said, okay, great. But then this is contradictory to what he said before, which is you cannot be upgraded. If you're 50 or 40 or 60, you cannot be promoted. Only young riders can be promoted. Anyway, it's fine. So I was taken aback when I saw the results from last week that I actually was top 10 in the open race and I was in front of Alex Pratt. And Alex Pratt was promoted to the A category, but then he received a B prize. So I'm like, something is wrong here, right? So anyways, that's kind of what I'm saying. I don't have a problem being promoted if there's a criteria. If there's a criteria, I don't have a problem. But how can you say it's a performance-based cycling club when there's no statistics or there's no points given towards your performance? That makes no sense. So that becomes a dictator. And that becomes very subjective. And that's why I'm speaking out about that because I don't like those kinds of behavior. I don't like people dictating. I don't like people being subjective. I want it to be objective. I want it to be clear. 40 plus, 50 plus, and 60 plus. You race in your category. There's no ambiguity there. There's nothing. So why do we keep tolerating this type of behavior? Is what I'm saying. And, you know, for that fact, I have no interest in reporting anything that has to do with Gun Cycling Club because for me, it's not a credible cycling club. It's not a credible cycling club. No, the Weekend Warrior Cycling Club is credible. CFB is credible. Weekend Gun Cycling Club is not credible because it's run in a dictator type and how you feel on a certain day. It doesn't work that way. No one can tell me that's okay and that's fine. And some people may say, some of my critics may say that I'm complaining, which I'm far from complaining. I actually did the race this morning. I came in fourth. Right? I actually did the race this morning. I came in fourth. Okay? Technically, I should be the first B rider. But they gave that to Warren Coe, the first B rider. I'm 50. I'm 50. I'll be 51 in a week. Right? So if you're saying initially that anyone 50 years old is a B rider, then why do you change again? Right? So you're saying you're changing based on performance. Okay, that's fine. Where's the criteria? Where's my stats? Where did I gain points to show you have gained 40 points, D-Wade, in 6 months? You need to. That's fine. If they can show me that, I'm okay with that, right? That's clear, concise, very, very non-ambiguity, no kind of issues with that, right? So it's not about being complaining. Do you know how hard it is at 51 years old to be riding in the front of the races? Does he understand that? The only reason I'm performing is because I rode a race this morning, 23 miles. I came in fourth. You know what I did after the race? I went and did the loop again, right? Because I want to stay competitive, I want to stay relevant. But don't use that against me. Why would you use that against me? Because I outworked the other person. So now you're promoting me in order to give someone else an opportunity. And for the record, again, ever since I've been promoted in the races to A category, Warren Cowie has won all the B races. Nothing has been said. This has been probably 2 months already. At least 5 weeks. Nothing has been said more. You know what's been done? He's being celebrated. He's being celebrated to winning the B category and 60 plus double dipping. The only reason he's doing that because the best 50 plus rider is not there. Because they have eliminated me and put me in the A category where I clearly do not belong based on my age. So it's just a matter of being fair. I don't care about promotion and demotion. If you're going to do ability, I have no problem with any method of classification. If you're going to do ability, then you must have criteria. If a person is consistently winning or in the top 3 in certain categories, they get points. After a certain amount of points, they should be upgraded. It's very clear. No one can argue with that. Why is it so transparent to me and so clear to me? And why can it be not so clear to the people that are making these decisions? The reason why? Because they have ulterior motives. They have agenda against certain people. Right? And that is unfair. You don't do that. In my race, I run a race. I'm an organizer as well. I make it very clear across the board, Andrew. How old are you, Andrew?
62 going past 63.
Guess what category you are riding? I don't care if you win all the races in the world, you are ride C category because you qualified for that. Now, if Andrew said, D-Wade, I would like to ride in the A because I feel like I could compete there, then you have that choice. You're not forced to do that because it's an age categorization, right? Now, if I say I'm going to run my race by ability, I have to evaluate you as a person. How do I evaluate you? Based on your race performance, your race results. That's the only way to evaluate you. Not why I feel like Andrew could ride. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense, right? So I have to give you an opportunity to race a specific set of races, evaluate you based on your performance and your results in those races, give you certain points. And then I can say this is ability-driven categorization. It's very simple. How much clearer can it be? So when I'm speaking out, it's not about complaining. It's about transparency, my friends. It's about being clarity. You know, we don't have no agenda. We don't have no problem with nobody, right? That's not what we're here to do. We're not here to pick on Mr. Guns. We're just here to educate him because obviously he doesn't understand cycling at the highest level.
Yeah.
Also, I want to clarify this. Guns Cycling Club had a race this weekend, and they call it the National Road Race. 100% false and 100% inaccurate and misrepresenting. You cannot call a club race a national road race, national championship. The Guns Cycling Club had an annual road race, right? An annual road championship race. They did not have a national race. The only body in cycling that is authorized and has jurisdiction to have a national race is the Cycling Federation of Belize. In order to call it a national race, right? In order to call it a national race, it has to be certified under the cycling body of the nation. The only recognized cycling body in Belize is the Cycling Federation of Belize, okay, CFB. That's it. Nothing else. Weekend Warrior is a great club. Gun Cycling Club is doing what they're doing, right? But they're not recognized outside of Belize, right? So you cannot be national. So, Guns, you're having a annual road championship race, and you need to stop misinform and miseducate people who don't know differently. And it's a slap in the face of the CFB, who's the, regardless whether or not I agree with everything CFB is doing or not, they are the recognized cycling body of Belize, right? So that is what I'm saying. And this foolishness needs to stop. This foolishness needs to stop. Not because you have a camera and you are an organizer, you become an authority on something that's bigger than a club race, right? So that is what's going on here, and I don't like that kind of stuff, and I cannot recognize the Guns Cycling Club any further because of just the way it's being run. It's being run in a dictator type form. They don't have no kind of structure there. One person is making all those decisions based on how he feels at a certain day. And I've been seeing that, Andrew, over and over. What is your thought on that?
Well, the best thing is to have Mr. Guns here, and all the question he can answer it.
We'd love to have him on here.
So Mr. Guns, you are invited to the show to explain all these, because yes, some of the cyclists are saying that you probably run a dictator league indeed, because and he's saying what he said because he's feeling his team, but then maybe you can explain to the to the cycling fans about this. Yep.
Yeah, and you know what, Andrew? All these people have been reaching out to me, and I will call a few names because they came on the chat. But Kent Bob Gabriel, Ken Ray Smokes Gladden, Kenny, a bunch of people, they're reaching out to me and said, man, I really hate what Mr. Guns is doing to you and stuff like that. But that's his call. Mm-hmm. That's what he's doing, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop. I do. I ride my bike, Al, but you have to speak out because we want things to be done the right way. It's all for fun. I understand that. But you know what? Things need to be done the right way. And as Belizeans, sometimes we accept things and we keep accepting the wrong things. And like I said, there should be no agenda when it comes to sports, man. We should all be good sportsmen, and at the end of the day, should be no agenda, and we should respect each other. But I am speaking out, and I will always speak out in a very respectful way. And I think these things need to be brought to light. Like I said, the recognized cycling body in Belize is CFB. We need to respect that, and we need to promote that. And they have a fair system, very, very fair. You're either elite under 23, you're a junior, you're a female, you're a Masters 35, you're a Masters 40, Masters 50, Masters 60. Why can't the entire cycling body adopt the same thing and be very, consistent across the board, But that's my take on it. I continue doing these races because they help me get my little, intervals in and my, push the heart rate up and things like that. But at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's me or anyone else. I was speaking out for Alex Pratt as well. I think what they did to him was unfair as well, because you cannot promote someone based on your feelings and not on statistics. You have to have statistics. Have to. So that's my take on that, and we'll close that chapter. Like I said, moving forward, I cannot recognize the Gun Cycling Club unless they come out with a bylaw, they come out with constitution, and run it in a fair, transparent way. Like the Weekend Warrior has that, Cycling Federation of Belize has that, and those are the two recognized clubs. The other one is basically an individual who is throwing races, and he's doing what he feels like he wants to do.
Okay. So, Mr. Guns, you are invited to the show to explain. You bring all the rules, and so you can explain in details to the cycling fans.
Yep. Excellent.
Yeah. So I was at reporting on the first Amir race.
Sorry, man.
No. Do you have all rights? I mean, and Mr. Guns will have his turn here.
Of course, you're invited because the thing is that we're not into arguing and fighting anyone.
No.
We just want things to run the right way.
Yep.
And sometimes people don't understand what's the right way. So perhaps all of us.
Well, he did say that he is young in this thing. He's only about 3 or 4 years. He always say, me 3 years speaking. So
he says that, but then he doesn't listen.
Well, maybe now, he be questioned because the viewers are sitting and question, and you don't know that it is spread on the chat group there. Why you hear the word go off in here? So but it will be spread.
But what I'll preface, it's a good thing as far as having the race. Having the race is a good thing. Structuring the race needs help.
And I think that's all. I think he's a person that will adhere eventually say something. Why I didn't realize it that way, and knowing Mr. Guns, he will say, why something, it's true, make we sit down and get it, because like you say, if you don't have all your thing in line, people say, yes man, you take advantage. So I believe he will be a person, and
we hope so. We can only hope so.
So So Georgia made B, Mr. Alvin Card, he double dip. So he got first for B, second was Red Bull Plat, that's when the information come up there, and third was the Chief Castillo, that's in B category. In the over 60, Alvin Card double dip, he finished first in the over 60, the Chief was second, and third was Hubert Johnson. And then let me move.
How about the B category?
I don't say the B already. Because when I talk about B and I talk about Alex Pratt, Red Bull, and then
gotcha.
So then we move on to Griga had a club race. Yes, that's it right there. So this past Saturday, we had a club race, and when the dust settled, young Tamron Morris sprinted out Jahil Higino and Dylan Levy. Nicely raced. They live stream it too, so you get a chance to see it. So big up the Griga Cycling Club. Boy, I got a nice shirt for the Griga Cycling Club too. Thank you. All right, so we move on to the. Let's move on to this morning race first. You have that, George? The guns, the 100 and how much? 100 and was it 194?
Don't ask me.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about the Golf Cycling Club anymore.
Anyway, this morning, Guns Thursday race. Top 10, Brandon Catus riding for Rolling Rebels. Second was Kenroy Gladden Smokes riding for SPD/Culture. Valon Sims come up. Valon Sims third place. Valon Sims get on the podium. Valon Sims rides for SPD. Fourth was D Wade, ride for BZ Boys. Fifth was Devante Bennett, I think he rides on a touch. Warren Cowie rides for Team Santino. 6. Henry Moreira, Bundle of Joy. 7. 8. Stephen Jurgensen, aka the Mike Man, rides for Team Stinners. 9. Alvan Gillett, he rides for SPD Culture, and Philip Leslie rides for SPD/Culture. In the categories, so we have in the A, we had Brandon Catus. Brandon Catus first, Kenroy and Valon Sims. And in the B, Warren Cowie, Fitzgerald Palace Joseph, and Fred Usher. 194th, yes, 194th edition indeed. Yeah. And then this past Sunday, we had the Guns Road Champion race. That's the one right there with Bob. So in the A category, exciting race. Bob Gabriel winning the trophy and the jersey, followed by Henry Moreira and Jose Choto. That's the 3 top finishers for A. For the B category,
This one, right?
yeah, that one in Kenya. B category, first was Kenny Gladden, rides for DJ. Second, Earl Neal, he rides for Fun and Fitness. And third, Mr. Calbert Flowers rides for Fun and Fitness. In the over 60, they don't have a C category, over 60. Yeah. Warren Cowie rides for Team Santinos, picking up that jersey. Second was Kenneth Butler, and third was Mr. Steve Miguel. Steve Miguel riding really good. I like how Steve Miguel ride. So that complete the results. Okay, right now, Mr. Carol reached that. Real, you're so time to fly D. So much things to get across. Yeah. So you want to take a break, and then when you come back, we'll talk about the upcoming races?
Yes, Andrew. So we will take a break now for the 180th edition of As the Wheels Turn. This break is brought to you by Ordonis Bike Shop and also 3.14 Pi Alexi Ordonis. We'll be right back, guys.
This is a Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn every Thursday night. at 6:30 as the wheels turn. Wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live with Turner, so yes. I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30 as the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn, streaming live with Turner, so yes.
Welcome back to the #1 cycling show every Thursday night. We are here in beautiful Barrel Room. Welcome back, Dee.
Thank you. We're excited to be back. What's on the agenda for segment number 2, Andrew?
So we have a monster. We have 2 races coming up this weekend. We have the 2 Mother's Day race. The Imanes Mother's Day race.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, but I have some information here.
So that's the Mr. Ruben Martinez.
Yes.
Want to thank you very much, Ruben.
Now, the same one I open up the poster.
Yeah.
I got the poster here.
So there's a new poster. That one may say start that.
I got it then.
So that is one here. That is one here.
I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I got it. See that song? This one that's song. Check it out. Updated price.
Right. Yep.
Alright.
Yeah. So coming up this Sunday, Imanes present Women Mother's Day Cycling Hills Race. Those are the prizes, and those are the prizes when I give, and they have some station prizes, and call out the sponsors there. So sponsors are, and then they have their money when they give to Philip Waite and Arizona Crew, $2,000. Mr. Ruben Martinez, $700. Lovell Cycling Team, $800. Andrew Cobb, $500. Miss Rita Thompson, $300. Terry Family, $300. Kevin Singh, $200. Ann Matut, $100. Dan Dawson, $100. Dr. Angela Flowers, $100. Raphael Choto, $100. D. Wade, $100. Leslie Rodon, $100. David Hyde, $100. Bernard Nunes, $200. And Dwight Lopez, $200. Those are all cash. And those are all the sponsors. We want to pick up the sponsors. Yeah, so this will be, this race takes Sunday morning. Put up back in the flyer, George.
Okay.
Yeah. So the race starts, what is the start time? You think this is a media cover race, no?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. So,
yeah, so Sunday, May 11th, Mother's Day. Again, Cycling Hills Race starts at 8 a.m. Live covered by
myself,
the #1 live streamer in the nation. He knows I said that, but I was saying. Overall first place wins an extra 300, Donis.
Say, all right, good.
Extra 300 on top of the tree, you know.
All right.
Overall second place wins extra 100. Overall third place wins extra 75. So ladies, if you're not excited, now is the time to be excited.
But what I have there, that have overall special prize, overall wins extra 5 that mark there on the flyer. You see the flyer there?
Overall special prize.
Yeah.
Oh, so you gone up then.
Yeah.
But elites, the regular prize for the elites, we got 5 deep, Donis.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, 75.50. Juniors, 3, 2, 1, 75.50. 38 plus, same thing, 3, 2, 1, 75.50. We're looking at 5 $100 station prizes.
Yep.
We're looking at 3 $25 station prizes. One very important thing, no double dipping, guys.
No double dipping. Okay, yeah, we need to
No double dipping. All right. If you need more information on the race, contact Miss Dawn Dawson, 615-0832. 615-0832. GG Field, Belmopan to Georgeville. Back to GG Field, Belmopan. So we're talking roughly 40-ish miles?
Somewhere about that. Quick,
35, 40 miles. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent race. I want to take this time, Andrew, to thank our friend Ruben Martinez.
Yes, awesome.
Who has committed to the female category in a big way. I think this is probably 3-4 races for the year already.
Yep.
Right?
And he's causing a dynamo effect because a lot of young ladies stop by the shop and calling in and saying they want to get involved with the sport. They just need the assistance. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to see how we can get them bikes.
Because it's not easy. It's never easy to take on a new initiative and really drive it, right? And I know Mr. Martinez, Ruben Martinez, has been tirelessly working towards that, and I'm proud to say that every time he's reached out to me, I've been, a contributor to his efforts, because I see the bigger picture, right? I see the vision, what he's trying to do, and I encourage people to do the same when it comes to these type of initiatives, right? It's all about young folks, and he's throwing a race for females, but I'm sure he's very, very, very interested and concentrated on the younger females as well, the junior categories. And to answer Elston, Devante Bennett is an elite cyclist now. So there's not too many unattached juniors currently. Perhaps the best couple that's out there right now would be Sutherland, Caden Sutherland, and Perifeet.
Okay.
They're not necessarily on a team, but that's to answer your question.
Yep. Then the other big race coming up, another Mother's Day race. This one is down south. Nadia's Mother's Day race. You have all information, D?
On that race?
Yeah.
Is that in the chat? Here we go.
Yeah.
So the Mother's Day race. Let me pull that up real quick and we chat about that. That race. Is this the second edition of it?
I say, mention any. That's the Mother's Day race, cycling race, Sunday, May 11th, starting at 9 a.m.
Yeah, so that's the Mother's Day cycling race. And that's also May 11th. However, that's not going to conflict much with the female, because that's, it's all female, and this is more geared towards the elite juniors.
Right.
Male, right? And club riders, although there is a female category as well. But maybe, I don't know if the local females are going to. But anyways, first place for the elite 600. Second place 4, 250, 150, 100. Juniors 325, 200, 175, 50. Club riders 300, 200, 175, 50. Females 250, 150, 175, 50. The race routes, as of the release of this flyer, Andrew, race routes by category. Elites are going to be doing the Nadia's Cultural Shed, which is basically downtown Griga, to Placencia Junction and back. The juniors and club are going to ride together, Nadia's Cultural Shed to Maya Center and returning the same way. Females, Nadia's Cultural Shed to Hopkins Junction and back. They also said, the promoters also said, look out for mini station prizes.
Yep.
They should be fun. I think we did this race last year, and we had a good time. It's always fun to be down in southern Belize. A lot of love from the Griga team. Mr. Galindo is going to be organizing this race. Registration fee is $15, Andrew. And you can contact Boju Galindo at 9222 635-9222. Mr. Galindo, please share with the cycling community perhaps your banking information, whether it's Atlantic Bank or whatever other bank there is. That seems to work very well for pre-registration. So share that information as soon as you have it available.
I know Mr. Guns will cover the elite race, and I'm sure who will cover the other races. Greg did any coverage last week. I tell him do one of the races, so I definitely know that all of them won't get coverage, you know. So elite and I don't know, maybe junior or club, so they will make their decision. But I was committed already to Mr. Ruben Martinez, and so I had to stick with Mr. Ruben. Yep, those are the two races coming up. I know next week we're going to chat a lot about the Santino's Masters race coming up next week, so we're going to chat about that.
Yeah, so next Thursday, but that's a big event.
That's a big event.
A lot of international cyclists are coming in, so that should be fun. I think the winner of last year's tour is going to be returning to defend.
Mara?
No. Last year, wasn't it the Zorro?
No, the year before.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, remember Mara win the stage race we had? Remember the 3 days?
Correct.
But this year, the only one race you have.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. So when did what's his name won it?
The year before.
Oh,
Serrano.
okay, Serrano. Okay, Serrano didn't come last year.
No, Serrano was here.
Gotcha.
But he will be here this year.
I don't think Mario is coming back though.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for racing. So we have giveaways, and then we say we want to do a niche chat segment where we have people call in. Or
yes, we have that. We have that very hot topic, right?
Yeah.
Good night, Mr. Faber. Thank you for joining. So we have that. We have that topic that George gonna put up that question, right? Which is what's been working for Belizean cycling and what can be improved.
Yeah.
When do we go into that?
So we want to go on the prize quick and then go into the...
All right, so we'll take a break, come back and give away prizes.
Prices, and then we go into the call.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. This break is brought to you by Ordonez Bike Shop and 3.14 Pies. We will be back.
This is a Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Ordonez. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Ordonez. So yes.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back, D. Welcome back.
We are back, and we are back with one of the most anticipated, one of the most anticipated segment. Andrew, one of the most anticipated segment of the show. What do you want, man?
Babs, I can't answer the phone anymore. They're live. That's my cousin calling. Barbara. McNabb Greenwich. She is the daughter we're actually family now. We're actually family. Cousin, Alice call me cousin.
Wow.
She's the Beer Pantry show where we have the book where give her the recipes, nice recipes. Yeah, Babs, I'm live, so I'm a caller. But I did say happy birthday to your dad. Yeah, yeah, D.
All right, so we are again with one of the most anticipated segments of our show, brought to you by Mr. Elston Wade Jr.
Okay.
from beautiful Bermuda Landing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your contribution every week, sir. He did not win a cross-country race, but he is presently one of the best sprinters in the club races. And he was on the podium in a controversial cross-country sprint in the 1990s. Name that cyclist, the position in which he finished, and the year. So this is a three-part question. The name of the cyclist, the position, and the year. Yeah. He did not win a cross-country race, but he is presently one of the best sprinters in the club races. And he was on the podium in a controversial cross-country sprint in the 1990s. Name that cyclist, the position in which he finished, and the year.
Yeah,
what do you win?
Three-part question.
Yes,
Yeah.
three-part.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
one, you guys, you have to answer in one line.
Yeah, you win a nice shirt from Miss Rita Thompson.
Wow, it's nice.
Medium.
Beautiful. Wow, love it.
Yeah, and I didn't want to open it. I'll leave it as is. Cross country have whole such a cross country race. You know something? I also believe that Mr. Denfield McNabb and Miss Rosalie McNabb would have their 60th wedding anniversary. They were like family. I used to call it uncle and auntie. Actually, Mr. McNabb. That's how I get involved with cycling, because my dad and Mr. McNabb does ride, and so we just hang around the family a lot. And so, you know, I had special privilege.
Nice.
Yeah.
Close.
I think so. The chat, that's so far, but anyways.
George, I like the addition, George, with the question on the screen.
We got one winner.
You got a winner?
We do?
Earl,
Yes. Yes.
So this is the he may put it first, but he may not 96 first, so that's never correct. Then Ahmad put second, but he never did put the something like that. So like the three pieces.
So Mr. Errol Diaz, you won a beautiful shirt courtesy of
Miss Rita Thompson, the queen of cycling. And Mr. Diaz, he has a daughter. Her name is Aisha Diaz, and she's 15 years old. She goes at ITSAT, and she's very interested. So I'm speaking to the president at this moment. You have some bikes, but some are kind of big, so we'll have to take a try out and see if one of the bike can fit on. But
sure.
Mr. Diaz, thank you for supporting, and tell your daughter, just be patient. We are working on trying to get a bike for her.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so pick up a present.
More females in
More
cycling.
females, yes. And the young lady looked very, when he here, he looked very excited about riding. So she remember when I went to the school to do the little stuff there at the school, show the kids how to ride the home trainer, explain to them about cycling, and say she loves cycling. So that'll be great.
So Andrew, let's make female cycling cool.
Huh?
Let's make female cycling cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool to ride a bike if
cool
you're
to
a
ride.
female.
Yep.
Yes, let's do that. That's the new slogan. It's cool. Cyclists are cool.
So moving on to the second question of the night, and with this question you win a beautiful bottle and also a ticket for the raffle for George Abraham. And the question goes, George, put it up. Name the cyclist who won the 2017 Youth Cross Country and the team which sponsored him.
Wow.
It's on the screen. Name the cyclist who won the 2017 Youth Cross Country and the team which sponsored him, and you win a beautiful bottle again by Miss Rita Thompson, and the ticket is given away by As the Wheel Turns.
Mr. Earl will win what?
Mr. Errol won the shirt.
Okay. I put the answer that we're trucking.
Huh?
No, I said I might put that on something.
Yeah, oh, you check it. No winners yet? Should be pretty easy.
That's good, yeah. That's what people are.
And you have to repeat the question right there on the screen. Name the cyclist who won the 2017 cross country, youth cross country cycling. Youth cross country. And the team who sponsored him.
That's a good one.
Easy though. I didn't know the
I didn't know that. I didn't know he rode for that team.
Yes, he did.
I thought it was Jason's.
No, I think him and his brother.
Wait, he has a brother?
He had a brother who used to ride.
Seriously?
And he's the young of the brother, yeah.
Who's the youngest? The answer?
The person who
The answer to this question?
Yeah, he's the youngest.
Sure.
Yeah, because I thought he was the elder, and when I said, he said, no, I said my brother put a lot of weight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And they rode at the same time?
At the same time, they were. From then I realized that he will be a very good rider.
Wow.
Man, I get clues, don't you? That's surprising. Come on, guys. Win this bottle and the ticket. What? Nobody can win that yet?
No, I don't want that.
That's strange. I didn't realize that might be so hard. Come on, Ahmad. You're supposed to have that, Ahmad. Keith, you're supposed to have that, Keith. You know, have the letter Bible about the place. Not only have the Bible and the right inside it.
Should. You would think, right?
The Bible give it a T? At the
It-
time, or just-
Well, you can make some calls. I don't get some clues already. If I say much more, then
Yeah, no, I asked because okay, I give a 50% to the week.
But I noticed we have some viewers in Chicago tonight.
okay,
Kurt,
good.
Mr. Kurt Rabin.
Okay.
Yeah, guy that I grew up with. So thank you for supporting.
Good night, Mr. Kurt.
Huge cycling fan.
Yes.
Big fan. Look at Adonis, you have fans all across the world we didn't even know about, you know.
That's true.
Yeah, they love the always by Mr. D doing his thing.
Yeah.
You've changed it.
Change.
Look at Donis, you have changed the landscape of cycling, you know. When I was in the US and I lived in the US, right, I was, when I got into cycling, I was interested in what's going on in cycling. You know what I used to do? I used to call, why?
Yeah.
Who win the race?
Yeah.
Yo, what going on? You know? And it was the big races. Now you get to see people don't know how privileged they are. They get to see everything that's happening in Belize.
Yeah.
Real time.
Well, I mean, what so international race? They stream the race, but there's no commentating.
No audio.
No, when you say the rough area, but you know, here no commentating. I said, but
Yeah.
how do you have nobody commentate the race? We were here, you understand?
Yeah.
Sure. Nobody commentate the
No,
race.
I mean, and
And
that's the thing.
it's a professional race, world tour race. You understand?
And that's the thing that people may see you out there doing your thing as raw as it gets because this is unfiltered.
Unfiltered,
This
right.
is what's going on. But folks may be behind the scenes. Some people criticize like what you're bringing is so different and
Yep.
so unique.
You definitely have changed.
You know, it's different and so unique. You know, got somebody in a studio trying to manipulate what's going on and trying to like this is what people want to see. That you know.
You know who I'm gonna communicate with? I'm gonna communicate with he's man again man Grapple. When you what Grapple again here?
Andre Greipel?
Yes, he's a commentator, and
Oh,
so
really?
yeah, he came up on my thing and I tell her to
And
have
you
a
chat
show.
with him?
Yes,
Wow.
I still have it here on my phone.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Andre Grapple.
You're big doing it, doing this. Andre Greipel was one of the fastest guys in the peloton
Yeah.
at one time.
Oh no, Marcel Kittle. Sorry, Marcel.
Oh,
Kittle.
Marcel Kittle.
Yeah, there is it. There, see, I see now. I see
Oh,
some picture.
wow.
See. But we were
Yeah.
on, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I chat to the man.
Yes,
Bicycle.
man.
Sunday give them clue.
What? This prize are so hard, man. No, man, can't.
Name the cyclist who won. Tell me about this. Get any clue.
Yeah.
This. I give this. So,
Yeah, yes.
guy wants it.
Elston is giving clues.
Come on, guys. That's supposed to be pretty easy.
He's from the west. Well, did you take down the clues? What Elston give?
Even though some,
What part screen?
Uh,
Ooh.
we must have a short time for callers because
I know.
Yeah.
We'll have to go into.
The extra time. Come on, guys, win the prize. I couldn't believe that might be so difficult.
So the Bible I got in there.
You have it, yeah, the Bible I have it in. If they go look.
They get the name, because none of them get the name with that auto. I was surprised, like, after I understand the team, like, well, the ones who got Bible, they've got the Bible,
The man a big star today, man. The man a big star today. Come on.
I was only doing one, it's a big source, you say.
Yes? The man a big star today. How we going on?
Who does that?
Huh?
Who's that?
It's Elston Put. He's a presently
Top sprinter. And I can tell you he's one of Elston's favorite cyclists as well.
That's why Elston chose clues.
Yeah.
Blues Clues by Elston. You're really hitting it this time.
He's a former member of Jason's cycling team.
See?
All right, well, I give that one there. Former member of Jason's cycling team.
Next week, Elston, you get a nice, tough one because it's a nice wine.
What is for next week?
This is for next week giveaway.
Why?
From Miss Rita Thompson.
Wow. This is nice.
So we want to do the
Cabernet Sauvignon with the Alfred Parks.
I have to get a hard question for this because me and you want to keep this in the studio.
By
so we can do
goodness,
this.
I need to answer that. I don't think I will there next week, so I will answer that. I will call in.
Still know him, Georgian? Wow.
No, nobody. It's strange that nobody get a name now, like that. Oh, kind of that two people would think what it, that name.
But the younger cyclists supposed to know about this. I mean, cyclists have been riding at his time. Should know about this.
Anyways.
The man for one of the big cycling team, I believe. Come on, guys, this prize have to go. I know. D, if you get the answer in our next few minutes.
He rides on a team that has one of the biggest fan base in the West.
I want to say.
No.
I want to say the name show up now.
The name show up? Okay.
But
I never want to say the minute they show up because then people can catch up now which ones start with us or other ones come up. Because if I'm saying the minute they show up, people will realize, hey, that one will just pop up, you know? That's why they laugh. The name show up, but the team don't show up. She asked me, I got the name and I said, maybe. I don't know.
So during the show tonight, that team name was called, right? During the show tonight, that team name was called. We have to go with this prize. During tonight, the name was called. So.
Yeah.
Even no bigger clue.
It's almost like 8 clue or 9 clue or 10 clue.
Man. What a hard question. You did it, Elston?
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
I believe.
So the man right from a popular team, one of the biggest fan base.
Fan base, correct.
The name of the team was called earlier in the show.
The team exists today?
Yes, our team still exists.
The team still
Yep.
The team still exists on the female side.
Well, that's a total giveaway now.
No.
A total giveaway.
Alright,
So the way they say it give you a platter collar had the prize.
Come on, guys.
Come
Come
on.
on, guys.
Okay, I know how that jersey look camp at time. I said, hey, that's a wicked shades and I put me all that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. See, George.
Answer up, guys, because we still have to.
Look, we have time for call. Make any call in. We don't want at least Giovanni Calway.
Yeah, we'll take a couple of calls.
Okay. Go with that. All right, bring the belly man. Come on, Ahmad. You just went there. So yes, the answer is Jivan Gonzalez. He writes for Team.
Jivan, yes.
He writes for Team Imanes.
Ahmad, that's your teammate. You should know this. All right, question number 3 again by. Wow, these are great questions. Elston, you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you very much for these questions. Name the cyclist who won the 2017 Junior Cross Country and the team which sponsored him. 2017 Junior Cross Country champion. I didn't know this. Let me know.
I know. Yeah, I was there. I covered that race.
Sure. That
as
before
a
my
commentator.
time.
Huh?
I started in 2018.
Yeah.
Don't you have a lot of history?
Yeah. I made a comment that never live streamed in the Creme.
Okay.
With Creme Radio.
You know, you and Alexei used to do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Name this.
It's not the same question with it.
No, name the cyclist who won the 2017 Junior. Not you. Just a Junior Cross Country, and the team who sponsored him. Junior Cross Country 2017 and the team. That should be easy.
Lex does do.
I remember. I remember.
So win yourself a next beautiful battle for Miss Rita Thompson. I think the person. I don't think they ride in a lineup for cross country this year, but I think the rider the team lineup in the whole Saturday cross country. So we're getting a clue again. One rider visiting from the USA. Rode in that jersey this year.
We have a wrong answer. Tevlin Chaplin of Team Iman is not correct, Mr. Banner.
Wait, say what? We have the wrong.
Tevin Chaplin.
Won the race?
That's not the correct question. That's not the correct answer.
Oh. Wait, said the answer we have not correct?
No.
Oh.
No.
Go winner.
Right before the
Gianlino team. You know, I didn't know this. I didn't know Gianlino won a junior cross country.
Yeah.
Wow.
He finished solo. He attacked out, and that little I say here when Jivan and Libera in the chase. They were Imans and they were youths.
What's Jivan's brother name?
He began with J2. I can't remember the first name. One a Jivan and one a Javon or something. I remember.
Jivan or Miss Jennifer? What's the brother's name?
Yeah, I can't remember.
And he's older than Jivan?
He's older than Jivan. He was taller. Jivan was the smaller kid then. But when I said Jivan again, I said, but wait, he said, no, I had a younger one, Mr. Donis. I said, time fly. I said, what next? But I said, he gave up cycling a long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, kudos to Jivan.
When I went?
They win a battle, cross-country battle.
You know, funny people may had that answer for the previous one.
Oh,
so
okay.
the thing I mark off when we decided this prize to come up, I put a lead mark off and say, okay, this is our part of the prize. And then,
Yeah.
Alright.
And then the last thing last question, Bolito time. Pick a number between 55 and 85. And you win yourself a ticket for the raffle that Miss Vicky they have for George. And that ticket is being sponsored by As the Wheel Turns family.
Lovely.
Yeah. So,
Bolido.
Easy.
Bolido.
Pick a number between 55 and 85 and you win yourself a ticket. You could win some nice prizes.
89.
Support the thing. Remember, folks.
Go win up.
Go win as quick as that.
Wow, Bolido. Why? Bolido. That's amazing though. Like I'm always amazed by that.
Yeah.
How the Bolito, how people could pick that so quick?
Well, I guess that so much people just put in numbers, huh? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We want to thank each and everyone who took part.
But
in
still, like 30 numbers that?
Yeah.
That number, I put that there because how old my father-in-law might be.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, one time for George father-in-law.
Yeah. Actually, who made the call about the number, Barbara, that Mr. Denfield himself was calling me. Mr. Denfield McNabb himself was calling me, but I see data, picture on the phone and everything, but Mr. Denfield was calling. So, happy birthday again, Mr. Denfield. So, you want to take some quick questions? We wish, calls with our Giovanni giving you a call and say a few words. And even if Adrian is able to call and give you any update on how he's feeling,
Yeah. So Donis, George, by the way, your father-in-law, how long ago did he pass away?
1 year.
3 years now.
2 years.
Oh, so recently.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Hubert.
Hubert Hillock.
Hubert Hillock. Okay.
Senior.
Rest in peace, Mr. Hillock, and condolences to the entire family. Well, I always like to put names. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he would have been 81 years. He's a May as well.
It passed away November 30th, so not a full year, but when it ended the second year.
Okay.
Today would be his birthday.
Would have been his birthday.
Today would have been his birthday.
Yep.
Wow.
Birthday,
So that's May 8th. He's a Taurus,
Yeah.
like myself
Yeah.
and my son. Excellent. Happy heavenly birthday. We could have mentioned that.
Huh?
Mr. Hillock.
No, we mentioned it.
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
Okay,
we
okay.
did,
Yeah, I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, Andrew, we'll take a break. And then, George, can you put up that question while we take a break?
Yeah, I could.
All right, perfect. So, we're going to take a break. We're going to put up the question that we need to callers. So, the line is going to be open, guys, as soon as we get back in. We would really love a call from Adrian Williams, if he's watching, or any of his family members to give us an update on that. And also Mr. Giovanni Choto. If you guys can call family members or Giovanni himself. Again, this show, guys, is for you. It's us, the cycling community, right? We're just the caretakers, but this is all.
Yep.
So
you make the show possible.
No way like, you could always call in and be a part of the show, and we don't judge anybody. We welcome everybody, right, Donis?
Right.
And we're cool people, right? So
we don't fight.
No. And the things that we're saying, we are not fighting, we're just calling out when we see things that's not done the way we want. We think it should be done, or protocol, but this is a friendly show, and all the people that we may object against, they're welcome to be on the show to defend themselves. So it's nothing personal at no point in time. It's all about building and let's be better people and a better cycling community, right? Support each other, love each other, do things the right way. There's no hidden agenda. There's none of that. We're just doing it from love, from the heart, right?
Yep.
But we're gonna take a break again, guys. Brought to you by Erdonis Bike Shop and 3.14 Pies. We will be back. George is going to put up that question, and then we'll take calls immediately as soon as we get back.
This is a Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Erdonis. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30 as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live we turn on us, so yes.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Final segment.
Welcome back to the what?
100 and
And the best thing?
happening on Thursday night.
Exactly. Yeah. So guys, we have our question tonight, and this is a carryover from the weeks, right? So I want you guys to call in. We'll take a few calls. Keep it short, please. What are your thoughts about the current state of cycling in Belize? What is working well, and what needs to be improved? And this is just, let's keep it to the Cycling Federation of Belize, because that is the recognized body in cycling, right? That is what we're under as far as the elite cyclists. So let's keep it to that. This is your opportunity to give kudos or recognition to the Cycling Federation or positive criticism. We're not bashing anyone here. This is your opinion, Andrew, right? These are the people's opinion, which we respect. And we are not here to rebut or to argue your opinion. Your opinion, you share your opinion, freely we'll listen to it, and that's your opinion, and you're sharing it to the community. What's been working so far, and what needs to be done? Basically, that's the question. Call in, that's your number up there, and we'll have a very productive conversation.
Yes, big up Faith Faber indeed. She'll definitely be a force to reckon with. That's my little cousin too. Faith Faber training. I see her last week made it through the coastal road. So, and she visited me at the shop. So very. She wants to get in there. She's happy about cycling. So big up yourself, Marlene and Mr. Faber.
Excellent.
Cousins, you know.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
The lines are open, guys. WhatsApp is 501-634-4779. Direct call 501-614-4776.
Yeah. Elson Wade, James Welch had passed away a couple of years now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I used to hear that name for sure.
Yeah, Mr. Elston, Mr. Elston never realized that James Kaki Welch passed away some couple of years.
Elston, would love to hear your thoughts as far as cycling. Give us a call. I think we always have, me, him, and Jerome. We're the brothers that are closer to each other. He lives in Birmingham Landing. I live in Burrell Boom, and Jerome lives in Ladyville. My other brothers live in Orange Walk, which is a little further away. But we're always debating and talking about cycling and world matters, and. So I would love to hear his take on this question. Give us a call, Elston. This is your opportunity. I know you have a lot of good information, and tell us a little bit more about your thoughts. What's working well, and what can be improved?
And people are afraid for the line. The line is open, folks.
I think we have a little delay too,
Oh, we have a delay. Okay,
so,
that's the reason why. Okay.
Yeah, so they might be coming in shortly. So perhaps, Donis, I would like to pose that question to you. Being that you're so close to cycling, as far as the federation is concerned, it's a two-phase question. First, let's start. What do you think that's working well right now? What do you see in cycling currently?
Well, of course, the race is riding much faster. I mean, having international riders come in have definitely made the race. Streaming the races actually build the sport, right? That is definitely working. What And I supposed to have somebody, someone is supposed to be coming this week to explain about the vetting and about certain stuff that happen on the road, because a lot of people don't understand certain topics.
I have some thoughts on that. One of the topics that you want to talk, I did a little research behind the scenes, and I was going to add to that the motor pacing, right? I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Elston, he passed away, I think about 5 or 6 years, somewhere around there.
Give us a call, Elston. But yeah, so we could talk about that a little bit if you wanted to. But go ahead.
Yeah. So what happened? We were watching over the race, and a rider said, "You see how the federation make Ismail motor pace back?" And so I spoke to a former president of the Cycling Federation, and I said, "Give me your take on that." I said, "Okay, listen to me. If you are in the brake, you have a mechanical. They can have a vehicle move from behind the two riders or which riders there front, right? Because the person was complaining when the young man Alfredo went not get flat somewhere around mile 18, and he got his bike and then he used the vehicle to come back. And the person said, "But watch it." And so I contacted somebody and they said, "No, you can't make him." The man was in that group. Now, if there was somebody trying to bridge across from a group behind, then they move out the vehicles there so that they don't use the vehicle as target. But you can punish that rider, because one of them said that they got called that Baby Chav was motor pacing. He was not motor pacing. Baby Chav had a flat. You remember when he had a flat? He had to wait till the vehicle and then you come through the caravan. You see the pros always say, then you come through. You have to you can't sit behind a vehicle for too long. You have to make progress. So they get like 10 seconds and you move to the next vehicle or move till you reach your back. Because it's no fault of yours for a mechanical. If you get in a crash, a mechanical, those are normally, that's a part of racing, but you know fans are very vicious. They believe that when they ride hard against a rider, they will criticize them or find any factor to say they are cheating, but they have to understand. So we'll definitely have someone in studio to explain the full details of when it comes to that part of motor pacing.
Well, so here's the thing, right? With that being said, so in Belize, there is that 1 minute gap, right? So if you have a 1 minute gap, you can call up the service vehicles, correct? Once it's a 1 minute, correct? That's the rule in Belize.
Right.
So let's say there's a break of 5, and they call up the service vehicle for those 5 individuals. So it's a minute or more, okay? 5 service vehicles are there, assuming that those 5 riders are in the different teams, right? Separate teams. So 5 service vehicles are there. Now, if a rider gets a mechanical from one of the 5, so that service vehicle will stop and aid that driver, okay? UCI rules, because I did a little research on this, and UCI rule states at no point in time is motor pacing allowed. No point in time. It's motor pacing if it's seen and acknowledged by a referee or an official. It's terms or grounds for an immediate disqualification, right? That's what the UCI rules. I researched it, I looked it up. That's what it says. No motor pacing is allowed for any reason. However, now there's discretion. We have to understand that, right? We're human beings, we're individuals, there's discretion. Okay, let's say, for example, it took, I don't know, whatever seconds it took for that individual to repair a wheel, to change a wheel, okay? What we have seen is that rider gets behind their team vehicle, right? There is a grace period per se, whether it's 5 seconds or whatever, and that's it, right? Now, if the official deemed that too long, then there can be a penalty.
Okay.
Okay? But motor pacing is not allowed. It's kind of accepted for a short period of time. And we have seen that in professional cycling. The thing that's not allowed is holding on to a vehicle. Physically holding, the rider holds on to a vehicle is not allowed. That's a disqualification, regulation, you know. The other thing that's very tricky is the sticky bottle. Because I've watched the video and Derek Chavarria utilized motor pacing with discretion. In my opinion, and I'm not official, I'm speaking on D. Wade's opinion only. In my opinion, it was okay. In my opinion. he was behind his team vehicle for a very short period of time, maybe 3 seconds, right? And he gained a low advantage and he jumped to the next vehicle. I watched it. I saw it. Someone sent it to me. I also saw a sticky battle. Derek Chavarria as well. What I saw was not enough evidence for any type of fine, regulation, nothing of that sort, Andrew. What I saw was a quick grab the battle, boom. Did he gain an advantage by grabbing a sticky battle? He did, slightly. But is that significant? So that's where discretion comes into play, okay? And for me, I have no problem with that. No problem with that. And I think those things officials should, you know, if a guy crashed and he was in a break, the chase group is 3 minutes behind, he's in the break is only 20 seconds away and he gets a low 3 seconds, 5 seconds behind the vehicle and he's able to jump across, that's fine. That's okay. I'm not going to penalize that guy if I'm an official. Again, this is my opinion. An official who's responsible for those calls might see it differently, right? That's just my opinion. You know, what are your thoughts on that?
That's true. That's a rule. That's a rule.
Yeah, and like I said, I looked it up, and the rule is no more. So if an official came and saw that happening and disqualified him, it's in his authority and responsibility to do that, and that's okay. However, like I said, human beings, you make a discretion, right? Do you really want to disqualify a person for basically bending the rule a little bit?
Yeah.
And it didn't give him a significant advantage, right? So it's like a little judgment call, and it's been happening in cycling forever. We've seen it, right? We've seen it, and like I said, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Now, if you sit behind a vehicle for a considerable amount of time to get back to a group that you're
that outright.
Yeah. But just for the fact, I mean, for the record, motor pacing in a UCI race by the UCI is not prohibited. Not prohibited. That's the rule. Yeah. Right?
But look, we don't get no calls.
No calls tonight? Wow.
No calls,
okay. No one wants to share their opinion. People are a little shy still, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Dee will give you the last words. So, folks, if you even call, we can't take it calls. We'll look for close off.
Yeah. So, with that being said, guys, I think it was a very, very, very great show. Very productive show. I think, our goal, again, Andrew, again, I thank you for this platform, our goal is to make the cycling environment and the cycling community better, right? And we're going to have to tackle hard topics.
Yep.
And I know that's not something that you like to do necessarily. I don't have a problem with it, right? But I think that this show is going to be an honest show.
Well, what I mentioned, the facts are facts, and if you have facts and you have bylaws and whatever, if you have it, and you said you have to face the music, so I don't have to call it out if, Well,
we can't. Facts are not debatable. Facts are facts. Opinions are debatable, right? If you feel a certain way about something and I feel a different way, we could debate on that respectfully and agree to disagree. But when it comes to a fact, if something is red and everything states that scientifically says it's red, you can't tell me it's green. Because it's red, right? Yeah. So whenever a constitution or bylaws are being misrepresented, if a constitution or a bylaw is misrepresented, right? If that's misrepresented, if that's being manipulated in some way, and that is a written document that governs a certain discipline, if that's happening, we have to address that. We can't just sit on the side and just make that run. Yeah. Because what happened? We are contributing to the problem.
Right.
We can't do that, Andrew. We have a responsibility to our viewers, right?
Al Smith said we try calling
Oh, Al Smith said we try call?
Really?
Yeah.
We could we'll still take his call if he's calling.
Call back, Al. I'll take it.
I don't know why it's not going through. But so we have a responsibility. This show is about honesty. This show is about integrity. We want to discuss facts and we want to help cycling. We don't want to destroy nobody. We don't want to break down nobody. It's not about that. If people are making the wrong decisions, we want to kind of help guide them, right? So that's the situation we have right now, right? So I am very honored and humbled by the fact that that you have. Okay, here's Al. Good night, Mr. Smith.
Hey guys, good evening. How you guys doing?
We are doing very well. How are you?
Doing well. Enjoying the show tonight as usual, Thursday night. So I like being positive. I'm like you, D Wade. There's a lot of positive things that I've seen happen to cycling. There was a big period of cycling where there was like no development happening and stuff. And I guess the right people came in, and I think we are probably in the best era of cycling in Belize so far. We've got a lot of great talent out there. You've got the Oscars, you've got Derek, you've got JION, and a couple guys that are racing or can race on the international scene. And I'm really excited to see that because it's going to bring and make the next generation below them get a lot more exposure, a lot more opportunities. I believe that the future for Belize cycling should be with the females and should be with the youths. If I had any energy, if I had any say with the local CFP, my advice to them would be, hey, focus on the youth, focus on the females. Put a lot of energy in that investment, in that bikes, tools, whatever they need, because these kids can build their future from here, And the deal is all about changing the perspective, What I've seen in Belize, and I've been a victim of it, is that the rules kind of change by the wave. There's no exact rules. When a couple years ago when I asked to race for Belize, and they told me no, well, I went to the UCI Bible and found data that told me I could. Well, I can't just show up to a race in Belize and tell them I'm going to do it. So my problem I see is that just like our culture in Belize where people take the rules and bend it a little bit for someone here and bend it for someone else there, that's exactly what we see. And the problem with that is that as our guys start to travel internationally, they're gonna suffer from that. Okay, you can't travel internationally with bikes that are not prepared. If you go internationally, your brakes don't work, you're not gonna race. If you don't have the proper tools, you are not going to race. If you're taking any type of chemicals or any type of stuff that is illegal, it's going to be an embarrassment to the country, but you are going to be suspended. Okay. So my advice would be first in Belize that we have to have rules that align with what UCI is doing. Okay. We can't continue to build or attempt to build a product that doesn't fall in line with that major organization that manages cycling throughout the world, the UCI. But I have I see a great vision. I see great improvement happening in Belize cycling. I hope that's going to continue. Just like you guys do, we do see a lot of collusion that's happening now. And I hope that we have people who can go back and look at these things and can say, hey, man, it's too clear. It's happening. Let's stop it. Let's put a line in the sand and change these things. Because at the end of the day, what we're doing is that we're impacting kids. Okay? I hate when adults make decisions that affect children and kids, young men, in a negative way. Okay? There's a lot of awesome cyclists in Belize. And I love the Williams brothers, okay? I watched them race this weekend. Okay, I think that they have brought a lot of attention to Belize. We know on the global scale the negative attachment to the Williams. I know what they're doing. I know what they're trying to do. But I don't think that CFB should bow or create rules or any unfair advantages for the Williams solely. Because at the end of the day, you don't want one person controlling this stuff. Okay, you want the Cycling Federation to be a board that represents all cycling in Belize. And if you're only taking those guys who are working for themselves, the Williams product is a Williams product. It is not Belize. Okay, this is the Williams brothers. This is Corey. This is whosoever they want. They're gonna take the kids. They're gonna take the best product from Belize. They're gonna use them as much as they can, right, in a positive way. Give them opportunities, right? That's great. But at the end of the day, Corey, Justin, they're responsible for their product. And the CFB has to be very careful not to intertwine those two things, not to bend any rules, because when you create rules that put Belizeans at a disadvantage, okay, it doesn't help the product. Okay, I would love to see Derek, Jiven, Oscar, all the young guys who are coming up do better on a world scene. First, obviously regionally, and then from there. That's what I've got to say. You guys continue to enjoy the show. I'm going to continue to watch you guys respond, see what you guys have to say.
Thank you, Al. Great input. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Again, we welcome anyone else that wants to contribute to the conversation in our community. Unfortunately, we're out of time. We're out of time. But that was very valuable. Again, what we're looking for is fairness, equality in the sports, right? Across the board, so we can have, and Al brought up a great point in the fact that consistency. So what we're doing in Belize has to reflect the vision of the UCI, because our elite cyclists are going to be racing UCI events. So we don't need to bend the rules. We need to hold our cyclists accountable here in Belize first and foremost. We have to make sure their equipment is right. We have to make sure they're doing the right things. They're acting professional, all of that. So when they go out on the international scene, Andrew, they're acting in accordance with the UCI and all their rules and regulations, right? I know you've been a part of where
they don't play.
You have been a part of where we have been unprepared at these events. Right,
exactly.
And how does that look?
Look bad, because and the officials out there, you can talk back to them. They tell you, blow the whistle on. They don't play.
They don't care who you are.
They don't care who you are. They don't care who you are. They don't care. They tell you rules are rules. Stick by the rules. Boom.
Yeah. Only in Belize, if you're this person and you're that person, you're treated differently. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to get. When I people may think I'm complaining. It's far from being complaining, because I can race. Thankfully, I could race elite, masters, whatever. I can race, right? If I choose to race, I'm not complaining. And honestly, I don't care about the results as much as I care about the workout and the actual activity I'm doing. So I'm not complaining. What I want to see is consistency. When I go right across the border in Mexico, Guatemala, Dominican Republic, the US, there's structure and consistency. In Belize, it tends to be a little bend the rules here for this one, and we need to get away from that.
Yeah. Well, I'll say that mouthfully that we have to put our efforts into the youths, the young kids. They're the future. Yeah. And so, but we're
out of time.
Thank you again for always being part of the show. Educational to the cycling fans, and we will continue as long as the Lord permits us. Your final take?
Well, that was it. Obviously, I want to thank everyone that's responsible for this show. Like truly, I say it every week. I am very grateful. I'm humbled to be given this opportunity. I think I have a purpose, and the show and this platform is allowing me to pursue that and to promote that purpose. Thank you, Andrew, and thanks to the technical team and the entire family who is behind this. Thanks to all our great supporters, Kevin Logan and team who's providing everything that we need to make this, a very good platform, professional platform. And we are committed to continue working on this show to bring in the best product ever on a Thursday night. Yes, that's our commitment. Thank you very much. With that, I will say good night to our fans.
Yes. Once again, fans, want to say thank you all for tuning in. Continue to share this platform, like Dee said. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to all mothers all over the world. like we mentioned at the start of the show, mothers are the foundation, you know, and without, you know, they brought us into this world and they nurtured us. So we want to say kudos to all the mom. We want to, you know, our prayers are continue with Adrian Williams as he recover, with Giovanni Choto as he, you know, yesterday he had that accident where he broke his leg again. Giovanni, we prayers, we are behind you, so give us a call, you know, we could chat. And George Abraham as he continued to make recovery. So we are a cycling family, and let's share the love. Like we said, we're not here to fight and argue, we are here to be positive. Thanks again to everybody involved, all the winners tonight, all the people giving prizes, to UD, Jurgen behind the scene. Lex is not here tonight, Rachel outside. Happy birthday again to everyone who celebrated birthday. And last but not least, I want to say good night to my beautiful wife who made a trip up here with me to Barrel Boom. Thank you for always supporting me, you know, knowing this is a thing I love. With that, have a blessed and safe Thursday night. We are out.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live we turn.